The formula for coefficient of variation is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. That gives me the percentage of variation. So the variation of this, that is the coefficient of variation with respect to the randomized answer, is more than the regular test. That we divide the standard deviation by mean and multiply it by 100. By multiplying it by 100 is an optional. Instead of that, you can represent it in the form of a decimal part. Hello and warm welcome to one and all. It is Dr. Ravi Kumar YB, Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram, First Grade College, Mysuru, the Temple of Excellence. In today's session, you will be taught about the different examples of standard deviation method. Even in the previous session, I have taught you about the standard deviation methods. Let me take up more number of examples on standard deviations. That is, the first one is the standard deviation using the population standard. That is 12 plus 2 plus 45 plus 23 plus 55 plus 8 plus 11 plus 19 plus 57 plus 3. The total of these values turns out to be the value that is equal to 235. So 235 divided by 10 is equal to 23.5, which is almost equal to 24. Let me take the value of 24. That is the seal of that value. That is, the next step is to find out each data element, subtract the mean and square the result. How can I subtract the mean and square the result? That is using the methods of this 12 minus 24 whole square plus 2 minus 24 whole square plus 45 minus 24 whole square plus 23 minus 24 whole square plus 55 minus 24 whole square plus 8 minus 24 whole square plus 11 minus 24 whole square plus 19 minus 24 whole square plus 57 minus 24 whole square, then plus 3 minus 24 whole square. Everything must be divided by how many values? How many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. So let me divide it by 10. If I add up if I perform the simplification of this and square that values, I'll get some values. Let me show it in the form of a table. Because 12 minus 24 is minus 12. The square of that is positive value, that is 144. So on like that. 2 minus 24, that is equal to 22. That is minus 22. Square of this equal to 484, positive value. So on like that. If I do the operations like this and the square of this, I'll get these values, and I will take the summation of all these terms. That is summation of all these values. That gives me the value of 4011. But please understand here how many values are there. This is for x minus mu whole square. Now I have to find out the standard deviation. But this is not the standard deviation value. This is the variance of this. So if that is the case, standard deviation is equal to, we have found, that is 4011 divided by 10, which is equal to 401 by 1, which 0.1, which is almost equal to 401. Now step 4 is to take the square root of this. 20 into 20 is 400. 20 point something, that is 20.02, which is equal to 20. That is, the standard deviation is equal to 20 for the method of population standard deviation. Coefficient of variation. What is coefficient of variation? CV. That is, coefficient of variation is determined as a measure of relative variability. It is the ratio of standard deviation to the mean average. For example, please note that the expression, the standard deviation is 15% of the mean, is a coefficient of variation. That means if I say that for the similar example, what is the value of mean here? Mean is equal to 24. We have found 24. What is the standard deviation? That is 20. What is the deviation of the ratio of 20 is to 24? That is called as a coefficient of variation. That is 20 is to 24. What is the deviation that is taking place from year to year? The CV, that is coefficient of variation, is particularly useful when you want to compare the results from two different surveys or tests that have different measures or values. then we will go for that. Similarly, if sample A has coefficient of variation of 12% and sample B has a coefficient of variation of 25%, then you would say that the sample B has more variation than relative to its mean. That means we have a more variation of this, that is 25%, which is greater than 12%. So we say that the sample B has more variations relative to its mean. What is the meaning of that? See here, this is called as one of the test, that is sample A. Let me call this as sample 1. Let me take another sample, that is sample 2. For sample 2, I'll get some other value, that is 21:24. Which one is greater here? Obviously, I'll get the deviation, that is variation, which is more than this. That is sample 1 is having the more variations than sample 2. That is what it is being explained here. The formula for coefficient of variation is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. That gives me the percentage of variation in terms of that. Multiplying the coefficient by 100 is an optional step. That is the percentage. Instead of that, you can also represent it in the form of numbers as opposed to its decimals. The same thing in terms of decimals. So coefficient of variation example. Let me consider two important steps here. First one is regular test, in which we have found the value which is equal to 59.9 as the mean value. 44.8 is the randomized answer which we have obtained in this. But what is the standard deviation? This is the given value, 10.2 and 12.7. How can I find out the coefficient of variation for this? Let me consider this as the sample 1 and sample 2. That is by regular test and by randomized answer. In this case, what is the standard deviation? 10.2 divided by mean, that is equal to 59.9. That gives me the value of this. Standard deviation divided by mean star 100. I'll get the value that is equal to coefficient of variation for sample 1. That is sample 1 is equal to regular test. Regular test. For randomized answer, that is coefficient of variation for randomized answer, you will get the value which is equal to 12.7 divided by 44.8 into 100. That gives me the percentage of covariation. If I solve these values, I'll get the value which is equal to 17.03 in case of this. That is 17.03. That is the percentage of this. Then what is the coefficient of variation with respect to this? 28.35. Please notice that we have more variations here. 28.35%. In this case, which is the one which is having more variations? That is the value which is equal to 28.35 is more variant than the CV1, that is the regular test. So we state that 10.2, which is leading to the CV regular test, leads to 17.03 coefficient of variation, and randomized answer has led to the coefficient of variation of 28.35. So the variation of that is the coefficient of variation with respect to the randomized answer is more than the regular test. That is what I can conclude. I can draw inference from this. That is the coefficient of variation which is more in this case of randomized answer than with the regular test. Further, it is to be noticed that the ratio scale and the interval scale, these are very, very important in this case. Let me go to an example here. So coefficient of variation is equal to standard deviation by mean into 100. As we all know that for the sample, that is for population, and for the sample we have, instead of representing it by sigma symbol by Greek letter, we will represent it by S. That is x by x bar, that is equal to mean. Instead of this, we will represent it by the Greek letter called mu in case of this, and we represent it by x bar in case of this, that is by sample deviation, sample calculation. So these are the formulas in which we are going to find out the coefficient of variation. Then finally we will multiply it by 100. Yes, the same thing as I told you right now. Sigma is used to represent the standard deviation. Mu is used to represent the mean. In other words, we say that we divide the standard deviation by mean and multiply it by 100. By multiplying it by 100 is an optional. Instead of that, you can represent it in the form of a decimal part. That is floating point values can be represented. If you do not want to represent it, and if you want to represent it in the form of a percentage of variation, then you can do so by multiplying it by 100. If that is the case, how to find out the coefficient of variation in case of Excel? In Excel, you will have the columns like A1, A2, A3, so on up to A55. Then you will have, suppose if you want to say that A1 to A10, that means 10 columns from A1 to A10. Standard deviation, STDEV of that divided by average, that means mean, that is of this, then it has to be multiplied by 100. That gives you the sum of all these. That means the coefficient of variation of all the values which is represented and included in the rows and columns of those Excel sheet. For example, let me take up another example, in which case we have the mean value which is equal to 50.1% in case of regular test. In case of randomized test, we have got 45.8%. Then obviously if I use in the numerator, then in the denominator, numerator, then in the denominator, and if I multiply it by 100, I will get the percentage of variation of sample 1 with respect to sample 2. The same thing. Please observe that carefully here. 0.22 into 100, that is equal to 22.355. And in this case, we have 0.22 that is taken here into multiplied by 100. Then we have the value which is equal to step 3, that is 0.28 into 100, that gives me the 28.266 in case of sample 2. So which one is having more variations? That is sample 2, that is this one. This one is having more variations, that is 28.266. We have to compare the two results directly. Median for ungrouped data, that means the median. How can I find out the median? Suppose if I have the data items varying from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so on like this, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so on like this. I have one item towards this, one item, which is the middle element, 30. So 30 is the median of this. So if that is the case, let me take up one of the examples here. The same thing is explained here in terms of this theory. Let me tell you, take up one of the examples here. N is equal to 13. 13 plus 1 is what? 14. 14 by 2. The entire thing by 2 is equal to 7. So the median is the 7th order data value. Where N is equal to 14, 14 plus 1 is equal to what? Odd numbered value. That is equal to 15. 15 by 2 is equal to 7.5. So the median of this is 7th. We will take the floor of that for the ordered. In case of this ungrouped set of data items, suppose if I have a grouped set of data items, then obviously that changes to the frequency values. Let me take you into that. The same thing is explained here. How does the median works out? The same thing is explained here. And the worked example for odd numbered and even numbered values. For odd numbered values, how can we find out the median? That is 10, 14, 86, that is 3, 68, 19, 1, 99, 1. We have 3 items here, 3 items towards here. 2 is the middle element. That is 7 items are there totally. For the odd numbered values, what is the median of this? If that is the case, let me take you into this. Sort the values. First, we are going to sort the values. Which is the value having 1, 2, 10, 14, 68, 86, 99. We have sorted it in increasing order. In the earlier case, when I considered the values like 10, 20, 30, 40, everything was in sorted order. What is the median of this? That is obviously that is equal to 30. But in this case, do we have the values in the sorted order? No, we do not have the values in the sorted order. So we have to sort it first. If I sort it, it becomes like this. Then I will take the median of this. 3 towards this, 3 towards this. What is the value I have in the middle? 14. 14 is the median of this. So you can see it here. 14 is the median of those elements. For even numbered, how can you find out the even numbered? And of course, you will get 2 values here. For suppose if I have 10 or 101 here, after sorting, I'll get 2 values, that is 14 plus 68. So 2 values are obtained. So 14 plus 68 by 2, that is the value we have to find out. So we have the even numbered elements here. 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In the middle we have 2. That is for odd numbered values it is. Yeah, see, observe it here. We have 4 items here, 4 items here. what is the middle value, middle element, which is that middle element? 11 and 14. So if that is the case, we have to consider both 11 and 14. That is 11 plus 14 is equal to 28, that is 25, which is equal to 25 by 2, which is equal to 12.5. Let me take the floor of this, you will get 12. What has to be the value of that? Please see to it here. We have 3 items towards this, 3 items towards this. We have obtained 2 items here, that is 11 and 14 for even numbered values. Find the number of middle values. There are 8 values in the data set, and even numbered values, the median will be halfway between the 2 values in the middle, namely between the 4th element and the 5th element. Which is that 4th element? That is this and this. The value in the 4th position is 11 and the value in the 5th position is 14. The median of this lies halfway between these 2 values. Therefore, you will get that is equal to 11 plus 14, which is equal to 1525, which is equal to 25 divided by 2, which is equal to 12.5. What is that value? We will take the value which is closest to it, that is equal to 12. So the value of median is equal to 12, or you can represent it as accurately 12.5. Let me take more number of questions here. These are the values here. Between these, there is a comma. Calculate the median of these data items. Do we have the values in the increasing order? No, we do not have the values in the increasing order. If that is the case, we have to sort it first. You will get the value which is equal to, which is the value which is having less value. First, 6, 9, 13, 14, 10 is also there. 10 is here. 6, do we have 7? No, 7. 8 is there. There is no 8. 9 is there. Yes, of course, 9 is there. After 9, we have 10 here. 11, yes, of course, 11. So 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 is there. No, we do not have 12. We have 13. So 13, 14 is there. Yes, 14 is here. 14, 15 is there. We have 2 times 14. That is this. 14, comma, 14, comma. 15 we have. No, we do not have 15. 16. No, 16 once we have. That is 16. 17 we have twice. 17, comma 17. What is the next value? 18. Do we have 18 here? No, we do not have 18. We have 19. 19 2 times. So 19, comma 19. So 20. Yes, of course, we have 20. 20, 21 is of course once, twice, thrice. We have thrice. Is 21, comma 21, comma 21. Then 22. No, we do not have 22. 23 is here. 23. 13, 3 times, 2 times it is there. 21, 22, 23. How many times? Once. 24. Once. So on. Let me count the total number of items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 23 items are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 4 more items are missing here. That is 18. We have 18 here. 20. 3 more items are there. After 24, do we have any other values? Yes, of course. We have only 23 items here. So we have 23 learners here. And total number of tests is 25. So calculate the median of this. How can I calculate? Let me sort it. Sort this sequence of numbers and you will get this values like this. Then you will say that the middle of those elements. The middle of those elements is what? Suppose if there are 23 or 25, 12 towards this, 12 towards this, 24, the middle item. Which is that middle item? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe 19. You will get 19 as the value. 23 numbers are there. So 16 is the median because it is the middle of that. So we have found that 3 more values must be added here. Let me see to it here. 13 is over, 10 is over, 13, 24, 9, 16, 6. So totally 23 items are there. So on like that. If I add up these terms and arrange it in increasing order and take up the left part and the right part, if there is how many values are there? So 23 learners are there. So which is the middle element is there? In that case, we have 11 elements towards left and the 11 elements towards right. That is 11 plus 11, that is 12, that is 22. The middle element is found, that is the 12th item, that is called as, that is the median. Which is the 12th element? Please see to it here. The 12th number, that is the value of the number that is equal to 16. Suppose if there are even number of elements, then obviously we have to take the middle 2 elements and we have to divide it by 2. That gives me the value of the median. If you have any questions, kindly come to college. I will be available in the department. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all.